right, thanks for tuning in. Let There Be Talk. My guest today is Jerrod Carmichael. What's happening, buddy?
What's up,
comedian, actor, nice guy.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good to have you on. It's hot today. Huh?
It's hot. It's hot, man. We're here. We're in the with Dean. I was saying what my friend Angela would call Dean's fuck pad.
Yeah, fuck pad.
Yeah, it's your fuck pad.
It's kind of got a fuck pad vibe, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no chicks ever here. The only people that ever come in here are actually people that come to the podcast. I call this my cave.
I love it. Is kind of like a cave. It's like beautiful. The view is worth it when you get here, but like the wine and roll, like when you seriously, to the point where I was questioning in the car. I was like, what the fuck is the point? What's the point? Like I was like, seriously, what are the people that live, like you included, that live up here? Like, what are y'all trying to prove with these, like with the roads? Like, what is?
Yeah, that's why I ride a motorcycle. You got to be like motocross to get up here. I live under the Hollywood sign.
It's insane. It really is. It's insane. Like anytime I'm like going up into the hills and it's just it's frightening. Yeah. It's frightening. Yeah.
Would you ever live in the hills?
No.
Yeah. You know what happened to me? I grew up in San Francisco, and then when I moved to LA, I was like, you always hear about the infamous Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got to live in the Hollywood Hills.
Really? Yeah. No.
Yeah, and this neighborhood's great. You got UCB.
Yeah, the neighborhood's great. Yeah. I would never live out, I'm more of a Platinum Triangle type of guy.
You know why I live up here?
Why?
Because I can't stand the flats, the helicopter noise.
Give me noise. I need it to soothe me. I want to hear sirens. I want to hear all of that.
Yeah. I used to be like that. I mean, in San Fran, that's all you hear. But once I was here, where the Comedy Store and Sunset Strip is so noisy and loud.
Yeah, not that, but I do like just like I like to hear life outside of my window.
Where do you live?
Well, I'm in near the Grove.
Near the Grove.
Yeah, I'm in that area.
Oh, right on. And you live by yourself?
No, I'm with me and Willie Hunter.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys live together.
Yeah, the incomparable Willie Hunter.
Now, did you guys just sell a show? I heard or something. What's going on with that?
We're working on some stuff. We're working on like the project that we're both really, really excited about. And
it's about your life.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing. We have an idea. It's so early in the process that things.
Now, I've jumped way ahead. That's just what happens when you're talking. It's just kind of But here's what's going on. We got Jerrod on. He's a comedian. Where are you from? North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Moved out to LA 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
And started doing stand-up comedy, and in a fast rate have become really successful. Right? You got a sitcom you're going to be on. You're guesting on.
We're working really hard. And thank God we're doing okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
At first I was going to have you on and just talk about some other stuff, but then I had an idea to have you on when I started comedy. I've been doing it 2.5 years.
Nice.
I remember when Maron started his podcast, I was like, this cocky guy, not cocky, but I was like, hey, it'd be cool if you had a new comic on. Yeah. Because he never had any new comics on. Yeah. He has guys on that have been doing it 20 years, and they never really talk. He never talks to a new guy who's like ground zero. How it's going on now?
So I haven't heard the.
Yeah, I listened to the show and I thought it would always be cool. Like, is like new comics hear something and go like, well, how did Jerrod get from 4 years ago to now? Because I'm smoking weed on the couch and I'm not getting anything. You know what I mean? So I think it's a cool angle to take to find out. You moved here 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
And nobody knows you.
Yeah, I mean, we're not that far from that.
I mean,
we're not that far removed.
You could say that. I mean,
Yeah.
But people know who you are. They love you. Everybody loves you. One thing I noticed, no one has any... some people, when they start to have success, people start to hate them. Mm-hmm. You don't have any of that.
Well, it's still early, Ding.
Yeah. Or maybe they haven't shown it yet.
No. People are listen. I mean, we're blessed to be around like really great and smart and talented people who and everybody. It has this. I think, excellent path. If they stay at it, it's this excellent path of success ahead of them, right? So it's like, it's no room for that, right? Who has time to even think and to think negatively about anyone? You know? So I think, and we know so many of the same people, and they're really, really great guys that we get to work with and to see and riff with and all those things. So it's
we're lucky we're in that gold mine.
We're in a gold mine, and it's beautiful, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I notice about you is you have an amazing positive outlook. I mean, maybe you're young or whatever, but you have got a great vibe on you, which is hard to find on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because in the comedy world, it's generally pretty dark people.
It's well, I'll tell you, a lot of humor comes from that, and I mean, a lot of comics come from a back against the wall type of situation. Yeah, so it's like a lot of things in life that have hit people really hard. Like, of course, we talk to a lot of comics and very interesting stories, a lot of dark stories, a lot of things that they've gone through. So I think they. And it shows through humor that people want to see, happiness and find it. And a lot of times they find that happiness through material and through jokes and stuff like that. So it's like, it is a lot of stuff that comes from dark places. But, the other end of it is just as prevalent, I believe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hang out with Kevin Christie and sometimes Neil Brennan. And Neil said an amazing thing. He said, I'm just trying to be a better person.
Yeah,
which hit me because it's hard when you're working in this biz and you're coming up, man. Stuff happens to you and you can get angry, but you just got to keep going and just see the great stuff about life.
Exactly. I mean, and Neil hit it on the head. I mean, I think that's what we are. I mean, that's what life is. It's just this constant growth and evolution. Toward being the best you that you could be. As I know it sounds cheesy, but it really is like this trying to be a better you constantly.
Right. I saw I was watching Breaking Bad 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And I saw a story in the LA Times where it said the lead character Walter has all the money in the world right now, and he just doesn't seem any happier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kind of hit me, like you're working towards something, but at the end of the day, I think I don't really need a lot of money. I just need enough money to where I could keep doing the craft.
Yes.
That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
Because when you have stress into your life, it's hard to do comedy because you got, I got bills. Yeah.
The distraction.
It'll take you out, man.
Yeah, it really will. I mean, listen, even other forms of success can be a distraction.
Absolutely.
And it's a thing, stand-up for it to be great. Which is hopefully the goal for all of us, right? To be great. It requires so much of you as a person, and so much and your full attention, your full energy, and your
does.
And so it requires so much. So any distraction, good or bad, it borrows from that, right?
It does.
And some distractions are welcomed, right? And then some of them not so much.
Yeah, you need some distraction for material.
Well, for material, and like I said, even with other projects, and a lot of our friends are acting and doing other things, and that takes up so much of your time, so much of your day, and so much of your energy,
because if you're working on a TV show, man, you're up at 5, and you go work all day, and then you come home, you go, I gotta go to a comedy store now and do a spot. Man, you're just winded.
Yeah.
But the main thing is you got to write too.
Yeah.
So you moved here like 4 years ago. Where do you start doing comedy? Do you go to the Ha Ha? Do you do open mics?
Man,
what were you doing?
We all going to the Ha Ha.
No, but I'm just saying when you first get here.
I first got here. The story. I don't want to bore anybody.
No, because I think it's a cool story. Because
I first got here on the 8th. My first time going up in LA was August 10th.
Right.
At the Comedy Store.
2008 or something?
2008. The Comedy Store open mic. I went up first.
Oh, yeah. I done that one.
Yeah, I went up first and no audience members.
Nope.
the summer, so the sun's shining through.
Yeah. And the sun's coming through the window.
The sun's coming through the window.
Yeah. And all the wrong elements.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it was comics in the back, and
And what'd you do? Do you know what material you did?
You know what's funny? Jamar brought this up. Jamar Neighbors brought this up. I was talking to him, I think last night actually, and he was like, he remembered I did this bit about cell phones causing cancer and calling like customer service, to complain about cancer. Like it was just
I picked up some cancer from your cell phone.
Yeah, like just to complain or even to complain about the threat of it, right? I don't even remember the bit.
Right.
I think I only did it that time. And Jamar brought it up, and I remember doing that bit and just rushing through it and everything like that.
No confidence, so you
Jamar
tend to
called
rush.
me. He said that you should bring that bit back.
Yeah,
he said I was like it was
call back.
Yeah. He's like you should bring that bit back. I bet you. He dared me to do it now. He's like, I bet you want to do it now. I don't even remember the bit.
Right.
I may do some variant of it. Something. But yeah, you go up.
You go up the first time and
go up the first time and it's horrible, right?
Yeah.
And you talk too fast and.
And where were you living? Like just you moved out here in your car?
I was over on. I had no car. I had no car until recently.
Right. Well, how did you you move out here? How do you find a place to live and everything?
Craigslist, man.
Craigslist with strangers.
With strangers.
No shit.
With complete strangers. It was 4 of us in a 1-bedroom on Gower.
Well, that had to be some weirdos. 4 strangers in a 1-bedroom.
Listen, here's the thing.
Okay.
You never, if you're working and you're doing mics and stuff, you're not really there.
I understand that.
And where you live, I know.
What are the other people about?
Well, it's funny. It was another comic. It moved in a day before me.
Okay.
Right, and so we hit mics and stuff like that. I remember my first night. I went to the Comedy Store first. It was a Friday.
Yep.
And I sat there in the front row.
In the front row.
In the front row.
In the OR?
In the OR. The only time ever that I...
Did you pay to get in?
Yeah.
Wow.
Paid money.
The
last time I ever paid to see comedy.
You pay money and you asked to sit in front?
I didn't ask not to. I was there early, right? Yeah. And I wanted to see the show and I was excited.
And who was on the show?
Oh, man. You know who I remember? I remember Rick Ingram because he pointed at me because I was just this guy sitting in the front. Yeah, Rick is just a master at crowd work. He's phenomenal at just being on the spot. He's just great. He's hilarious. He's great. He's right. And he called me out. I remember sitting in front. We joked about it later. And he called me out because I had on a Harvard T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was there, and he made some comments about it. And I remember him, and I remember. Oh man, who do I remember? I remember Rusty Dooley.
Oh yeah, was Rusty he doing the costumes and stuff?
Yeah, it was so great, right?
Yeah,
you never forget that. You don't forget that, right? Rusty's great. I remember Rusty went up that night,
and he does like Scarface, Al Pacino.
Yeah,
amazing.
He did the Tom Cruise.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
and it's just it's so fun, right?
Yeah,
and Rusty and we were there from the beginning to Don. You
were by yourself.
God, who was I with? Was I with John? I think I was with John O'Hara. Yeah, and I was sitting there, and just front row, man.
And you're watching this, and you're thinking, "Hey, I could do this."
I mean, yeah. Well, of course, we're all thinking.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking.
I still think that. I still watching and think. But yeah, just sitting there and just watching the show. And this is before. I mean, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know you could just say I'm a comic. A comic can go sit in the back.
Yeah, who knows that? You know what I mean?
Nobody. You don't know that, right? Yeah. And then you do it. And I came that Sunday and did the mic.
And then what happens? You just drift out of there, or you keep coming?
You keep coming. You keep doing mics.
Yep.
You keep working. You keep creating. And I just would do every mic.
Yeah.
And
was it going terrible or good out of the gate?
I don't like the first set was rough, but I mean, to be honest, I tried to figure it out really fast.
Yeah, you had the you knew the mechanics.
You try and adapt, and you try and find the best you, and try and find what makes you funniest. Right?
And what kind of guys were you into at the time that got you going? Like, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Of course they're the standard. I watched everybody.
Right.
I watch, and I still do. I watch everybody.
Right.
Because I like to see, because everybody offers something, right?
Yeah, they do.
Everybody offers something, even if it's me and Ian were just talking about this girl and went up in the belly room the other night, and it was her first time doing stand up, and Ian was like he really loved like her perspective on this one bit, and it was like,
he
and it's
told
her
me
first
about
time.
it.
Yeah, and and it's like, and you just think about like even at your first time, like it's always that that spark for most of us. Yeah. It's that spark, right, and that thing that and so so I watch everybody. Even like I said that to say I watch even like if it's your first time or I watch prior clips. I listen to. To my brother Russell Cosby's album, which is just great, and I love Cosby, Lewis Black.
Yep. Now, are you like what would you describe it? A one-liner comic?
Who am I? I don't know.
I know.
Who am I?
I don't know. That's I watch you every night.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I wouldn't.
It's an interesting style because there's no set. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go on the road, like sometimes you go on the road, because I was talking to Ian, I said, man, I'd like to see him like on the road sneak in and see if it's like, do you do a show or do you do it just like when we're doing the Laugh Factory in the store?
When we're doing the factory in the store, it's
same thing.
It's whatever what I go. I go off feeling,
right? Right.
So if it's most of the times it's new thoughts, right?
Yep.
And then sometimes it's old thoughts, and sometimes and you just kind of go what
mix them all in.
Well, you go what you. For me, it's like what I feel like talking about, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I don't feel like talking. I shouldn't be on stage, right? Yeah. But you just try and give it your best and your most honest, So I don't know how I would describe. I always thought of it like I would never define myself as a comic. I would never say I'm this type of comic because it could change.
Yeah,
listen, Dean, I may be at the store Thursday. I may be doing prop comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm open to it. As absurd as that sounds, I'm open to it, right? If I thought of a really dope, if I saw this thing and I was like, man, that would make a really dope prop. Yeah. And I could really, why not?
I'd like to see you as an angry comic.
Hey, sometimes I am. Every now and then I am. I've gone up, I was talking to a friend about that recently too, they saw me go up. I guess a little angry.
Whatever mood you're in that.
Yeah, day. Whatever mood, and the set reflected that.
Right.
I have some aggressive, it depends. It depends on your mood, right?
I think one of the interesting things I see about you is, and I do this too, is you don't have a big online presence. I do have a Twitter. I'm on Twitter a lot, but I've never had a Facebook.
Oh yeah,
can't stand Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I do like mystique in the comic. I don't need to know everything about this guy. Like rock bands in the 70s. You look in mags and go, whoa, look at those. Those are the guys. I do like that vibe about you have that going too. But which is interesting to me is I don't know how you generated it's an old school style, generated the buzz. It's like street talk. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not on. It's kind of. It's a time thing. I don't really. Have or take the time to do it a lot. There are people who are great at it. There are people who. I'll read some of my friends' tweets and it's just brilliant. We talked about Kevin Christie. Kevin is. On it's and they're great on stage too. Yasser Lester.
Those are all master crafted
amazing
tweets.
Writer, performer. And so and those guys are just really really great. My thoughts are scattered and I tweet occasionally, like every now and then. It's just like or I just don't check. I don't check it a lot.
Right.
I mean, it's like the distractions we talked about earlier.
That's right.
You know, like if you're not using it to be productive, then it could be a distraction, right? And I don't think all of my thoughts should be recorded.
That's right. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you know how comics are like, I'm here tomorrow night, then I'm there tomorrow night.
As far as
I just did this, anything. Yeah, marketing yourself.
I mean, I believe that the work speaks, right?
Right.
Hopefully, what the work speaks for itself. Hopefully, you know, if someone likes it, you pray that they do,
right?
You pray that you know, and you give your best, and then then people. Maybe we'll want to come out. And I mean, listen, people send me emails and things like that, and if they want to come to a show, and of course, where
do they find you though? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I get them late a lot of times because I'm bad at checking.
I mean, let's say we see you in Oklahoma, and we go, God, that guy was great, and then we go to look for you online. You have no online presence.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I don't think I'm that difficult.
No, I'm just wondering.
I have a Facebook.
Oh, you got a Facebook?
Yeah,
I don't know because I don't have Facebook.
I have a Facebook. I get messages on there. I get really behind, and I'm behind. Speaking of it now, but people will, they'll reach out. They're really nice on there, and they'll, ask for shows. And
that's great.
If people are coming to town, and they're really. I mean, for me, I like. Number one, I like for it to be a new audience every time.
Because then you can.
Well, just because then it's just fun, and you learn new people. It's just constantly and so I like for the audience to be new. I like for the jokes to be new. I like for everything to be new and fresh, right? And so. I mean, if people want to find you, then they will.
Yeah, they will. Yeah,
yeah. And
no, I dig it because that's why I was asking because I love the old school mystique.
I had this conversation with someone. A lot of my sentences start with "I had this conversation," but I really did. I just had this talk with someone about. I met this comic who was new, and he had just started, and he posted like his first or second set online, and he was tweeting about shows and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't, and I went through. I mean, I know people will say it's fast and stuff like that, and we're still working. There's so much more work to go. I'm still new to it myself, right? Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people don't go through a phase where they just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Where they just.
Yeah, I just talked about that with Eric Griffin. Mm-hmm. It seems to me everybody's just in this hurry to get a sitcom and get out of comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't like it then. You're just trying to think like, well, this is going to be the easiest springboard for me to be into a Hollywood sitcom, which they don't realize you've just picked the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, stand-up
is the hardest.
Stand-up to me, in a weird... Here's the thing. I realize that it can be a means.
Yep.
For me, it's been an end.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Like always, that is the end.
That's right.
The good set.
The friends you get. Yeah. The camaraderie.
The good joke. The applause break.
All that.
The challenging yourself is the end. The constant, never-ending end for me, right? And I mean, if it's a means, I mean, listen, it's been a means for so many people. Because it is a means is why we know some of our heroes and
that's
the people that we love. But I think it has to be an end in and of itself, right?
It has to be enough.
To enjoy it. It has to be enough.
That's what I say.
And it's just an outsider's observation, but I just feel like a lot of people don't just do it. And I talk about it like it was decades ago, but I remember just me and Angelo and Jamar and Josh Adam Myers and John Tomaszewski and all of these guys. We would go to literally every mic, and it wasn't with the thought of showcasing. It wasn't with the thought. I don't have time. I don't know. I don't have a tight anything, right? Right? Because in my mind, I'm still thinking of the next joke, right?
Right.
So it's just like, and I'm kind of still in that mode. I mean, of course, certain business things call for more structure.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's I just like just the jokes, and I like the new thoughts and stuff like that, right? And it's like I just enjoy it. Just have fun, right? And do it. Don't think of business. And I know it's hard to say in LA. And if you look up, if you don't have your eyes on your own paper, then you look up and you see he's got this and he's got none of that matters. It matters and it's great for that person, but it's like your route is different. So it's like, just enjoy the work that you do. Think about the work that you put out, and what are you giving, and what is and so do stand up with that in mind, and then just
that's what I do.
It.
Every night I go, I can't believe I'm going on in the comedy store.
We get to do
this. We get to do it.
We don't have to do
There's a ton of people that aren't doing it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, the Improv. I'm like, this is amazing.
It's a blessing.
Even when I bomb, I go, that was
it's still a blessing. Here's the thing. It's a I'm appreciative, and I know, like, I'll constantly in the state of working out. But I will. I'm thankful for that. Like, I mean, it wasn't too long ago. I was standing outside of the Laugh Factory at 3 p.m. on a sweltering day like today, just hoping that Jamie was there.
And then he wouldn't be there.
Or that he wouldn't be there even,
just to get on.
So just to get on, or whatever.
See what it was like to get on that stage.
On that stage. I really wanted to see the stage, But you want Jamie to be there just to see, just for the story of like, all right, it was but, did that. And so it wasn't too long ago. So now when I have a spot with a time beside my name,
crazy,
that's, I appreciate every time I sign in there. It's like, oh wow, I get to sign in this great stage, this great venue. Yeah,
it's amazing, man. So now, how long were you doing comedy, and then you get passed at the store?
I mean,
like 3 years.
It was 2. It was 2. Almost to the day I got. What was the day? August 12th, maybe. I think I got passed at the store.
2 years?
A couple of days off from exactly 2 years from first performing it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and that was, that was a blessing.
A lot of people don't know, but what happens? They call you up and say you're passed? Does Tommy call you?
Well, here's the thing.
How's that happen?
Well, this is the thing. One thing that I like to brag about. I like to consider myself the last of the showcases.
Oh.
I did the tape for Mitzi, Paulie's there, Tommy's there. Like that. I did the showcase thing. So
Was that in the main room?
Yeah, in the main room. So it was like before, because now I think it's like you get past, and it's just the club itself, and they call, and it's still as glorious, and it's great, right? But it's like when I back in my day, Dean.
Yeah, you're way back last year.
Yeah, in 2010. Back in my day, we showcased. Right. By the way, there's some comic who got passed in 83. That's just like, what the fuck is this kid talking about?
But he's like, when I was in there, Mitzi actually watched it.
Mitzi was there.
And she said, "You're passed."
Or Mitzi booed me the first showcase. There's
get out of here. You ain't funny.
Which, by the way, Steve Simone has the great. I won't ruin it, but he's
greatest. Gonna come on the show.
He has the greatest story about Mitzi.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay. Good.
Ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, I did the showcase. And and then they come up to you and they say, congratulations. I remember
the next day.
It was that night.
It
was a good night.
Wow,
great night, man. If I were a drinker, I would have.
You don't drink?
Shot. No. But I would have
drugs. Any drugs?
No.
You ever do any drugs? Weed or anything?
No, I'm boring. Dude.
Yeah, me too. I don't do any of that. Man. What about chicks? You don't have a girlfriend, right?
Who will want me? At this point.
Oh, you're about to be on TV, and there's gonna be a lot of demons out
walking there. Walking around. That's hilarious. I walk around and try and think of jokes all day.
Yeah, it's that's like me. It's like terrible. Like, you can't have anything in when you're working comedy. You just can't have it. I don't know. Some guys maybe need a mom or something. Fix some food or lick their wounds when they come home. But to me, I come home, I listen to the shows. I couldn't have somebody go like, "Hey, you were gone all night. Now you're listening to the shows.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sleep all day. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then you're going to get up and do it again. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You can't have that around.
Yeah. It's like it's just you. It's just you left alone with your thoughts.
Yeah, especially as you do it more and more.
Yeah,
you
just do it every night. You do it a few times a night, and
and it's going to mess you up anyway. It's going to be a sidetrack.
Yeah, the distractions that we talked about.
Yeah.
You know?
So now you got a TV show, right? Fox.
Listen. I'm on. I get to be on.
I understand.
Great show. It's it's a show that's coming out on Fox. I get to be a part of it.
And what's it called?
The Goodwin Games.
And what's it about?
It's about a father who passes away, and instead of leaving the inheritance, all of his 3 children, he decides to leave it to just one of the children, whichever one wins this series of games, right? And so then they go through the series of games and to try and win their father's inheritance. It was just like $23 million or something.
Right. And then he picks you also to go against the kids, right?
That's one of those. I have a very interesting role in the show.
I saw kind of the trailer and it looked like that's what it was about.
I'm competing as well.
It looks cool.
It's very interesting, and it's very fun to do, and the people are really great, and it's a learning process,
right?
And I'm learning a lot.
Are you taking acting classes?
No, I've never taken any acting classes.
Right?
Yeah. But
to me, I think acting's easy. It's the audition is horrible. It's hard because guys know how to do auditions, and they're great at it.
Auditions are disgusting.
They are. They're horrible.
Yeah, it's an emotional holocaust.
Like once you get on a movie, like when I got on the movie set.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, these guys are no different than me. They're just, like you did a movie with Ice Cube, you're talking to him, he's like, yeah, let's go over here after work and get some food and stuff. And then they go, action, he's like, yeah. So anyway, pass the ball. It's the same dude.
Same guy.
He's not turning on some magic all of a sudden.
Well, I think with any art, right?
Yeah.
I think like part of the beauty is finding the truth of it and being so yourself. And Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
one of my favorite actors.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
love him.
The
Shining.
Many people. Yeah,
Cuckoo's Nest, one of the best films ever made.
Cuckoo's Nest. is phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
And Jack Nicholson is always Jack Nicholson.
That's right.
In films.
That's right.
When you see him, you pay ArcLight movie prices. To see Jack Nicholson. Be Jack Nicholson. That's beautiful. It's no different than stand up where people pay to see Jerry Seinfeld be Jerry Seinfeld. That's beautiful.
That's right.
And it's that truth. Right. And finding that and then just being that.
Yeah.
And being that even within a character.
I mean, it takes I think there's 2 types of actors. You got the one guy that's himself, and then you got the character actors. Like a Philip Seymour who's just amazing.
But even in the character acting, there's still this bit of Philip Seymour Hoffman when you see.
That's correct.
And that thing, and that's what I latch on to. That's what I want. Like it's that bit of even playing, Truman Capote, all those things. He's him.
Yeah.
He's himself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
These guys are great.
They're great.
Yeah. What, now you got this show. You auditioned for it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's right. Now, you had another show you passed on, right?
Oh, man, that's a long story.
That's a great story, though, because you're like 23 years old at the time. You have zero money, and you pass on a TV show.
I think.
Like, no one does that, right?
Listen,
at your age, there's 9,000 people that would step over you.
Walk away, you eat the corn dog that you were going to eat that night.
And sometimes you ever hear this one, well, you'll never work in this business again.
It's been implied through people's eyes. Before.
Yeah, I heard a great story. I had John Bernthal on.
Oh, nice.
He's The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, his manager made him go audition for some show on CBS.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He had gotten a read of The Walking Dead, and he was like, I really want to do this Walking Dead, man.
Yeah.
So he goes to do the CBS audition. He just does it for the manager to be cool. And they offer it to him, and he says no. And the producers are like, "You'll never work again." They're like trying to just mean like,
hey,
you're an asshole.
Who says these things?
Yeah, right? You'll never work again.
Like they're only. Oh, like number one, who has that kind of? There are a handful of people in this town.
Like to me, did you see
even remotely kind of kind of have that kind of power to where they could stop him.
That's like a Harvey Weinstein thing. Like, you're done in this town.
Yeah. Like it's only a few, and most of their names end in Spielberg.
Right. Like, did you see Louis C.K. this week, Louis? Where Gary Marshall was like,
Gary was on.
Yeah, and it's incredible. I won't wreck it for you though. But when you see him playing the head of a network, you go, that's what a guy's like, and it's scary.
That's hilarious.
The stuff he's saying. But anyway, he tells them no, he doesn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, you're never going to work again. You're dumb. You're stupid. Yeah. And he doesn't even have Walking Dead yet. He's got to audition for it.
Yeah.
He ends up getting it. It's one of the biggest shows of all time, you know.
Look at him working in this town.
Yeah, and look at, and now he's just like a king. You know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is, it's all, listen, have faith in yourself, have faith in your ability and your talent. Make smart business moves. Listen, it's a business.
Yep.
You make moves and you make, you know, be thoughtful in the process and everything. But
now, what was the show you were offered?
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
Well, anyway, you get offered a show and then you turn it down.
It's a great show.
Right.
That just recently watched an episode and it just wasn't for me.
Right.
It was a beautiful show. It's great and it's done very well. And
then you just
the cast
say
and crew is really great.
What does your manager say? They go like, what?
Oh, we have a lot of phone calls. We have a lot of, it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of understanding.
They could potentially just drop you for that. Like, well, you're out of here, you know?
Isn't this whole thing just fragile?
Yeah.
No, I have managers that are great and they're very understanding of me.
Right.
And they are really, really great and
that's what's awesome. It's like an old school
they're
artist.
great people and they get it and it's just they understand the vision. And that's important with
I love that
people that
you.
represent you, that you have great people that understand your vision. Yes.
That's great because most people would just like suck dick on a reality show to get famous.
Yeah, well,
they'll do anything stupid.
Speaking of which, coming out on VH1 next. No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah,
but you know what I mean. People are just like anything to be famous instead of like the art and the creative side. And as corny as that sounds, you got to live with those demons later if you got famous doing something you hated. And then there you are in your house in the hills, just angry.
Yeah.
And then you're going, well, this guy, he gets to, like, Louis C.K. has, like, an amazing show, and it's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's the thing. This is what I believe. I believe that, it's all about, like, truth, and it's about following, and I think anything can be an art, right?
Right.
I really think anything can be an art, right? Even, I was having this thought the other day, that even fame, there's an art to fame.
There is.
There's an art to fame. This is where people jump off board. Like the Kardashians get a lot of flack.
Right.
I think they've dare I use the word mastered the art of fame.
Right.
Yeah. Like there's think about it like this. Food was just a necessity, right?
Yep.
Food over the course of time became an art. We went from just buffalo carcass to sprinkles cupcakes.
Yeah, and sushi.
And sushi. And the presentation of it and the look of it and everything. Like there's same people,
thing with fame.
Yeah, 200 years ago somebody would have said, like, what do you mean food is an art? Like, what the or longer ago. Like, things can become an art, and I don't think everyone should chase it. I feel like you should have a gift to offer, but but just have art in what you do. If you're gonna be in the public,
well, I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They just want to be famous, but they don't want any art in it. So they're just these garbage can shells.
Yeah.
To me, the whole point, if you got to be famous, is to use that fame to keep doing the projects that you wanted to do.
Yeah, following your own vision. Vision is so important.
Right.
Vision
like Sean Penn. Mm-hmm. He'll do a giant film, but after that, he'll do 3 films, like, the assassination of Richard Nixon.
Then he's a lawyer in Tree of Life.
Yeah, exactly. And Tree of Life is just like unbelievable. Stab yourself in the eye. I love the parts of it with
the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I don't like the the part I like was the Brad Pitt stuff. If we explored more of that 50s weirdness,
our friend,
of that suburbs,
our friend Andrew loves that movie. Andrew
Terrence
Themmels,
Malick film.
Yeah, Andrew Themmels loves that movie.
Oh yeah, Andrew, I know. We argued on it for hours.
Yeah, he loves
just
that.
like, oh man, but that's what's great. The guy made some art. He knows it's not going to sell, but that's his vision.
Yeah, that's his vision.
You know.
Yeah.
I think I come from the music world so much to where I love these guys like a Neil Young and these guys that made records that weren't supposed to be big. They just were.
But people catch on. Yeah. I think stay true to your art. I mean, and your intentions will be magnified. Right. Like your intentions will always show. At some point, the intention comes out, and your intention will be realized.
Yeah.
And so like my intention is to make art true to my vision, and I want it to reach as many people as it can.
Absolutely,
you know, and that's my truest intention, and you know, and so it'll reach who you want it to reach.
So you've got this show now, but back up a little bit. As you were doing comedy, did it start? Was there any hard times for you? Like, oh man, I'm not getting any shows or anything. Or
See, I didn't think about shows, and I know that sounds absurd.
Right.
I know it does, but I didn't. I still don't think about shows.
Right. I'm different because I'm like, in my 40s.
Oh,
so
you're a very young man.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh man, I can't wait 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't. It was like the shows will come when the shows come, and when it's necessary. The mics were my shows.
That's right, me too.
Here's the thing. I loved the challenge of and I reference Angelo Bowers a lot because he was such an important part of my life and career, and he and I would just go to. We would just do mics, and it's just like new stuff every day.
Yeah.
Every day. You know what I'm saying to you? Like just new stuff and it was this challenge, and we would always talk, and he would be like, well, I knew you're coming with new stuff. Like, I'm going to come. So it was kind of a challenge to each other. It became that. We were naturally inclined to go toward new things.
Right.
And even then the added thing was that I knew someone else there was going to do it. And so there's no way I'm letting them top me.
Yeah, right.
And that was just this beautiful thing that we shared.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. Like mics are like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and some people haven't wrote a new 3 minutes in 2 years. Yeah. I see it. You know what I mean?
You see it at mics.
Yeah, you go, man, this guy's been doing this same stuff for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to take chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
people are afraid to bomb. It's weird,
Oh man,
I'm not afraid to bomb. I'm only afraid not to be asked back.
No, listen.
So that's my only fear.
Don't think about that. Listen. Maybe they won't ask you back. You'll do enough stuff to where they have no choice.
That's right. You're right
fine.
there.
You'll be fine. The thing is, it's just anything that's guided by fear is wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I just love the venues so much, you know what I mean? So the way I roll it now is I'll do the stuff I know that's going to make them laugh, and then I just go right in with new stuff.
Hey, listen,
and I'll do 10 minutes of new. I don't care.
The thing is, the truth is, and it's not even about even new stuff versus those. Like, I mean, listen, I see some of my favorite comics. Like, I want them to do some of I'm like, I'll do that bit. Do these classics. Like the classics and stuff like that. It's about you. It's about how you feel about it. If you're telling this joke for the sake of telling the joke and your heart isn't in it, then I would question it.
Yeah, that's
But if you can go up there and you can say the same joke every night for 10 years, and year 10 is you're just as excited about it as you were year 1. Then who am I to question that? But it's all on you as the individual, as the performer.
Well, if you're just punching in your performance, just get out of there. You know what I mean? It's like you've got to, you owe it to the people. They paid to park.
Yeah, you want them
to
enjoy
to get in. They've got 2 drinks. They're probably in $60. You
want them to enjoy themselves. Therefore, it's your obligation to give them the best you that you can.
That's right.
Whatever that means for you.
That's right.
If that means do all hitters, then you do all hitters. If that means that I feel like the best me is when it's new, when it's a thought that.
Well, that's
really
the funnest part of doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When it's all new.
Yeah.
I mean, like last night, I did some new stuff, and you're just like, it's like panning for gold. You're out there, and then you pull it up, and they start laughing. You go, "Oh, yeah, it's working."
Yeah,
it's working.
Yeah. You get excited about it.
Oh man, there's nothing like that,
Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing. We're blessed.
We are blessed, man.
Yeah.
What kind of music you into? Like I hear you do some bits on music. It's hip hop, but you like rock and some other stuff too, right?
Listen, I love we always talk about Zeppelin. There's so much Zeppelin stuff around here. Zeppelin's fantastic.
They're the best.
Marvin Gaye's fantastic.
Marvin Gaye.
What am I listening to now? It was the song. It's a lot of like '80s songs, right? That it was a song that I bought yesterday. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you now.
You got it in your phone?
I got it in my phone. It's an artist named Boz Scaggs.
Oh, Boz Scaggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It was from the 70s. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Low Down.
Oh yeah.
By Boz Scaggs.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
that's my song right
Well,
now.
there was a time where Boz Scaggs was, one of the biggest artists on the planet. You know what I mean? He could sell out the Hollywood Bowl.
Really?
And everything.
Can I tell you? I feel I discover these things so.
Yeah.
Like
well, that's what's cool about music.
Yeah, you discover it, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm digging through the proverbial crates, in life, right? Like I'll be at like a party or I'll be at a thing,
and you'll go, "What is this?"
And yeah, like I was at a barbecue yesterday.
Yeah.
And the Boz Scaggs song came on, and then it's just I had to stop someone. I can't have this conversation with you. And I run out to the DJ booth. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
What? And he's like, it's great, right? And it's just like, and it was just that song, and I've been listening to it on repeat since yesterday.
It's amazing, man.
It finally knocked out the Doobie Brothers, the Michael McDonald, What a Fool Believes.
What a Fool Believes.
It was great, right?
Michael McDonald's amazing because he was also in Steely Dan for a little while.
Wait, I'm sorry, you're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, dude, he sang with Steely Dan for a couple of years. Yeah, which is crazy.
Black Cow, Peg.
Oh yeah,
Peg. Is that not one of the greatest songs?
Hey 19.
Yes, Peg is just about fame and about just the.
Well, Steely Dan is amazing because they're absolute. Just they describe the 70s cocaine Sunset Strip jazz and coolness of like Hollywood.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to talk about that's one of the most beautiful things art can do.
Yeah.
Is capture.
It's unbelievable. A time
to
and
capture
period.
a period, to capture a time, to capture it and then in essence define it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Steely Dan, when I put it on, that's what I think.
They were capturing a time, and in doing that became the soundtrack to the time.
That's right.
Yeah, like...
You want to do a little cocaine, you put on Steely Dan, and you're like,
It's making me want to do a bump right now.
I know.
Dan.
Is that amazing or what? And we don't even do it.
Before.
But we can make a call, we can have bumps, and
here's the
this podcast and all of a sudden go crazy.
We're in the hills right now.
Yeah.
It's not far.
It is not.
It's not far.
It is not far.
I can smell it.
You can smell it. It's got that smell.
I was like, it's either Dean's detergent or there's cocaine nearby.
There could be cocaine nearby.
There's cocaine in those hills.
Just left in the clothing of my closet somewhere.
That's funny. The residue is still there. That's funny.
It's weird though because like the beauty of music is however you get turned on to it, it's crazy. Like it might be a song in a movie. Mm-hmm. That used to happen to me a lot. A lot of cool films would have some song. I'd be like, what is that?
You know, a good soundtrack. The Rashida Jones just released a movie, Celeste and Jesse Forever.
Yeah,
and that soundtrack was just the best.
Soundtracks, I mean,
you know what was a cool soundtrack though? I think one of the most effective soundtracks in recent history is the Drive soundtrack.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was like effective, right?
Yeah,
like just people singing real human beings. Like the fact that the song captures an image, and you have the jacket, Ryan Gosling in the jacket. It's great, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could tell what they were going for. They were robbing on a little bit of American Gigolo.
Okay.
That 80s where the American Gigolo had that 80s look. It had that 80s soundtrack feel, flavor, and stuff. You know what I mean?
The pink font.
Yeah, the pink font was straight up the pink font. Gigolo.
And and I was telling somebody about the movie, and they were thrown by the pink font, and I was like, don't let that pink font fool you.
Yeah. Right, a lot of people like Drive. I didn't like Drive.
I saw it in theaters twice. At ArcLight prices.
Man, you must. That must have been after you signed on to do the sitcom.
No, this is before.
That's some serious money. That's $30.
It's at least. And I gotta get popcorn. I can't go to the theater
without $7.
Yeah, are you a caramel corn guy?
I go caramel corn.
I'm at the ArcLight a lot, and there's this guy.
I go ArcLight religiously only. If it's playing anywhere else, I don't see it.
Can I tell you? Yeah. I'm almost the same way. It has to be such a great film to get me to not go to the ArcLight.
You know why I like the high prices? I wish it was $40 because it'd be a little less people, zero talkers. You know what I mean? Talkers.
Whoa, like now there, Dean.
I'm just saying. All right. Talkers
all of us don't live in the hills, and
I don't have any money. I don't have any money. But what I'm saying is, it's great the prices at ArcLight because it weeds out the talkers.
Listen,
you gotta be a cinephile guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen. I'm in love with the theater. I'm in love with the feel. I'm in love with the popcorn.
I know. I love that place. It's magic. I just bought 2 tickets. Me and Matt Delray are gonna go see The Master at midnight next Thursday.
Wait, what's The Master?
I've heard of the new Philip Seymour and Joaquin Phoenix on the Scientology, the beginning of it.
I may be behind you guys.
You might be behind us.
There's a great chance that I'll be sitting behind you.
And I believe it.
Talking through the whole thing.
Oh, no.
I'll be talking. That's what I can afford. I can afford to go there and talk now.
You could. I'm one of those guys who will have you thrown out.
You're going to request. Well, here's the thing. I happen to know all the ushers personally.
No talking.
So good luck getting me thrown out of that place. I'm the norm of that place.
Jerrod Carmichael's new ticket price is $40.
I'm like Norm and Cheers there. When I walk into the ArcLight, they say Jerrod, and they raise their beers at me.
I got you beat. I got one of those 50-year Cinedome sweatshirts. Hoodie.
How dare you?
And I might wear it right here on this podcast just to show you. I've got probably 3,000 points.
Let me 3,000. I scoff at 3,000 points. My niece has 3,000 ArcLight points. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what you won't do. You will not out ArcLight me here.
Oh man. Well, you know what? We should start going together.
Let's go together. Cool. Let's go. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Now, a cool thing about the ArcLight is they put a Chipotle next to it. So I hit that first.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's cool. You like good music, man.
My ideal. I like pairing things. Mozza, pizzeria,
love it,
and ArcLight is what I call a good night.
Well, you got good taste.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Great. It's Mario Batali.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh man, it's great.
Like top 5.
Coming to America.
Yes,
is comedy to me.
Yep. You like that one better than all the Cop 2s and all that?
All of it. Coming to America, in my personal opinion,
it's the Soul Glow scenes for me.
It's everything for me. John Landis is brilliant, right? Eddie Murphy, come on.
Yeah,
Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, great. Okay, so that's number 5.
That's number 1.
Oh, that's number 1.
That's number 1.
All right, wow.
That film, I mean, here's the thing. I haven't seen a film more than that.
Yeah.
That film is great.
Okay.
I love Malcolm X.
Love it.
I love, Godfather 2.
Oh, that's number 2 for me.
Really? Yeah.
Well, Godfather 1 and 2 I just count as one film.
It's like one film, right?
That's how
it's hard to choose, but I'm Godfather 2. To parallel, like to have 2 different times going on, simultaneously,
I love
and just that.
I go back and forth.
The scene where the parade is going on,
unbelievable.
And the music is
the guy in the white suit.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest. I mean, God,
and he's about to get taken out. The guy in the white suit, and he's so greasy.
Yeah, oh man.
Okay, so that's 2.
Oh God, wow, man. Yeah, Godfather, Malcolm X, Coming to America. Forrest Gump, I can watch a million times.
Love it.
I love that. It's an epic story. It's an epic. It's like
It's
like the Iliad.
It's so good, and there's so many jokes in that movie.
Yeah.
Eric Griffin has the best Forrest Gump joke ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
He says something like, women are bad, like women are all like Jenny on Forrest Gump. Instead of being with the guy that totally loves you, you go after some shitty dude and you don't come back till he's rich and you got AIDS.
Wow.
Oh, man, that's such a great joke.
Wow.
It is a knockout joke.
Yeah.
A knockout joke.
Wow. Yeah. That's heavy.
Yeah, it's one of
Eric's great.
Yeah.
Wow. After that, I can't even think of any more movies. I know. No, it's so many. Wait. It changes. What film do I just love? The Departed I thought was great. Casino is one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah, Casino. Oh, that's Matt D'Elia's favorite movie. I hate Casino.
You know what's funny? Oh, you don't like? Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Scorsese so great.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Casino is a film that I literally had seen it 7 times before I realized it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's the fastest long film ever.
It's like seeing Henry Rollins do spoken word. He does like 3 hours, and you go, "Oh, it's over
already."
3 hours.
3 hours.
And it's incredible.
And that's how I feel about Casino. It's just like by the time Nikki and Ace are like like at odds, that it's just like how much time has passed.
Well, Raging Bull is my favorite top 3 films of all time, and that's like 3 hours. And
anytime before you do a set, you have a girl come over and not finish. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with chicks before you go on.
But I was just thinking, like Raging Bull, the girl come on and stop with the ice water.
Because he's not supposed to have sex before he boxes. That's what they do too. Keep the testosterone way high. Yeah.
That's funny. Hey, do that as an experiment. Tell me how that works.
Oh, man, you'd probably go crazy on a dude in the hallway at the store. Fuck you, man.
Next, that's hilarious.
They're like, dude, go get laid. You know what I mean?
And so maybe. Oh wow. Raging Bull is great.
It's unbelievable.
Raging Bull is great.
That's what I mean about art. These are guys that had vision. They didn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
They used a lot of times all their money and put it on the wire, on the line, like Apocalypse Now,
Yeah. Well, you believe in something.
That's right.
That's what I mean, and that's what, as comedians, that's what we did.
Yeah.
We took all of our money.
Believe in that material.
We took all of our money and we put it on it. We bet it all on us.
That's what I did. Yeah. I was 44 years old. Mm-hmm. I had nothing going on. I did a movie. I put the money in the bank and I go, all right, this is it. Yeah. This is what I'm going to do the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And and if I don't make it, at least I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing
it's not about making it. I've already made it.
You're always
I'm at the Laugh
it.
Factory on a Saturday night. I've already made it.
You're always making it.
You are.
You're always making it.
That's it, man. And now, I can't imagine not ever doing this. I got great friends from it, like you guys. You know? And I feel it's a place where I belong, and I love it.
That's the most important thing, man. That you love it.
Yeah,
that you love it.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm totally broke right now. I don't have any money. But look what I got going.
Whatever. Yeah, got enough to hit a diner after.
Oh yeah, and that's all that matters. Yeah, really, hit a diner after.
And listen, we'll be fine. And some nights we make up to $15. A spot.
I made $25 over the weekend.
Isn't that great though?
Oh, you know what I do every time I collect the check?
Right.
I look at whoever's paying me, and I was telling Delia this, and they laugh. As soon as they hand it to me, I go, "Tonight we eat."
I love it.
That's it. It doesn't matter who it is.
You're Spartan.
Yeah. Tonight we eat.
It is. Oh man, it's beautiful. Even when we're not getting paid. I
do a ton of spots not paid.
Wasn't Sunday night at the store just the best?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I live for. It's like the group of comedians are there, the crowd's there, everybody's on point. We're not making a nickel, who cares? But man, What a great time, huh?
Yeah. It's about that.
It really is.
That's what it's about.
That's all it's about, man.
We had fun and we enjoyed ourselves.
It's so rock and roll to me, too. That's what I like about comedy. It's old school rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's dirty. It's dark. It's a nightclub. There's some drinking going on. There's some drugs.
Some drugs.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just us. It's just us and our voice and our art.
It.
And it's
I
beautiful.
It,
yeah.
Thanks for coming by, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah,
Thank
man. Where can we see you? This show will be aired next week. So what do you got coming up?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm tweeting.
You're like the Whitesnake song. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone.
Oh, so beautiful. Dean Delray, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where I'll be.
Yeah. But I mean, your show. What night is that on?
It comes out in January, and I don't know the date.
Okay, cool.
But it'll be in January.
Goodwin Games.
Goodwin Games.
Goodwin Games.
Yeah, and be on Fox and Lord, whenever you hear it, hit me up on email me. We'll
email. What's your email?
No, just hit me on Facebook or something.
Oh, Facebook.
And we'll figure it out.
Also at every show at the end now, I try to find Brody Stevens a girlfriend. So if you're any girls listening, Brody Stevens, email him from The Hangover. He's still looking for a girl. I saw him last night.
He's a great man. He's a great man. Great personality. Great credits.
Yep, and he's looking for a special woman. It's Brody at BrodyStevens.com. Email him. And
positive energy.
Positive energy. He's still looking for a girl.
Yeah, positive energy.
Yeah. And where can we find you? Just Facebook? What is the Facebook?
Just Jerrod Carmichael. It's just me. I think I'm smiling in my picture.
Yep, and also you can see his videos on YouTube, the Laugh Factory YouTube, which are great. There's some great ones. There's a new one up. I just saw it.
Oh yeah, they put up a new one.
Yeah, that new one. We just did that show, and it was already up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the time, and it was a joke that I.
Yeah, right. It was perfect because it was Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
And what's going on with that?
Yeah, it's just a thought that I only do a couple times, and now it's done. It's run its course.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what perfect for that. You know what I mean? Because you're not burning up any material because it's all time.
That's where that's a good outlet.
All right, thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me. This has been great. Thank you.
Yeah. How about this pad, huh?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's watch Sturgis 2000.
Yeah, Sturgis 2000.
I learned about Sturgis from Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah, Hulk Hogan, you met him?
He used to just talk about it.
That's a motorcycle. You know what it is, right?
Yeah, and he would talk about, we're going down to Sturgis, brother. I want to go down to Sturgis.
Times.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe one day you and I will go do comedy there.
Let's do Sturgis,
it's incredible.
Let's do Sturgis. Let's do
it would be great for us to go there and do comedy.
Or at least go to the ArcLight.
Yeah, we're going to the ArcLight for sure.
Thursday night, midnight.
We're going to see The Master, me, you, Matt D'Elia, next Thursday.
All right, let's do it.
You got your favorite seat there?
J23.
J20. I always sit in the dome Q21.
Ah, okay.
Which because there's no seat in front of you for some reason.
Yeah,
it's great. No seat.
Well, J23, you're right there. You're at the bar. There's a bar.
Yep, I know the bar.
And you can put your legs
feet
up.
on.
Put your feet up.
I'm two behind you because I don't mind the bar, but it's a little close. Mm-hmm. So I go two behind Q21, straight shot, no one around, legs all the way out with my candy brigade.
Your candy brigade.
I got a candy brigade.
Your caramel corn.
Yeah. I'm caramel corn, red vines, raisinets. I do all three like a diabetic I am.
I am a large popcorn, medium Coke, no ice.
They say that popcorn's death.
Is it?
Just popcorn in general, yeah.
They say that?
At the movie, yeah. It's like eating 4 Big Macs.
Well, you got to do light butter.
Yeah. If you did just light butter, it's 2 Big Macs.
Yeah. That balances out. I've been eating a lot of fruit and vegetables. Yeah, I don't eat any Big Macs.
Either do I. But
so the popcorn is where I even it out. Life's about balance.
It is. Oh wait, we got one question. I'd feel horrible if we didn't do it.
Oh, let's do a question.
Okay. I got a Twitter question, and then we'll cut out. Okay, here it is. My phone is unusually slow these days for some reason. I think something's wrong with it.
iPhone 5's coming out.
That's all I'm waiting for, yeah. So I'm just
4G, let's do it.
I'm tinkering on this.
What are we waiting for?
Are you going to get the iPhone 5?
I don't think I have a choice.
I know.
I think society's pressured me.
Yeah, because we can't.
I mean, I got the 4S. I've come this far.
Okay, here we go. First question. Are you single? From a girl named Colleen.
Hey, Colleen. I am single. I'm very single.
And are you looking around for girls, or are you just working right now?
What's Colleen talking about? No, it's a lot of work. I do a lot of work, and that's my days consumed. And if I were to get a girlfriend, they would get so angry. I don't want to make.
You think you'll date a chick in the business? Just be the best, like an actress or something?
You know, I don't know wherever she comes from, it'd be cool. I'd be, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if whenever that happens, it happens. You know, I don't know. I don't even really think about like, you know, like what my next relationship will be. You know, but it'll be fun. It'll be good.
You know, it'd be good for you is like a cougar. You know, like what's her name? Timberlake's ex chick, actress.
Who did Justin Timberlake?
What's that girl's name? I forget her name. She's in a movie right now. I forget. She played like a slutty teacher about 4 months.
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. Maybe a Cameron Diaz, like a cougar.
Maybe Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. I could see you with Cameron Diaz. You know what I mean? Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm from, you know, I grew up, I still want to date Halle.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Halle Berry, huh? She's all right. I just don't like when she has short hair. It's too.
Look at us being so picky.
Oh, I know. Okay, right. Here's the next question. Well, then she said, "Would you date me?" Of course, you know. She says she also loves you.
Oh, okay. I love you too, Colleen.
One more question. Omar, our buddy Omar wrote this in. Yep. He said, "Why did Premium Rush suck? It looks so promising."
Oh, man. Well, Premium Rush, let me tell you, I'm a big JGL fan. Me and Andrew Thimlis are big Joseph Gordon-Levitt fans. And, you know, the movie, listen, the popcorn was great.
Right.
The film had its moments.
Right.
You know, I can't ask for much more.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Omar's going to be bummed that you didn't, like, dig into it. But sometimes when a movie's terrible, it's just like, it was terrible.
Hey.
What are you going to do?
What
are you going to do?
The popcorn was great.
You know,
I can't stress
the last terrible film I saw was that Runaways movie.
Which one?
It was about the band, the Runaways.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
I wanted to shoot myself the whole time. I actually was getting panic attacks because it was so bad. I don't know why I didn't leave. I was like,
This film is so bad it caused you emotional stress.
It did. It was weird. I was like, oh.
Wow. To affect someone.
It started making me just have panic attacks. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
That's no good. That's no good.
Thanks for coming by. What's your Twitter? Notorious Rod.
There it is.
At Notorious Rod.
Notorious ROD.
You can catch him at the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory, and the Improv any night of the week.
Catch me on the streets. Catch me on somewhere between Sunset and Beverly.
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm so glad you came by.
I'm so glad you had me. This is great.
Love you, brother.
I love you too, man.
Okay, that's it for the episode. Thanks for tuning in. Please spread the word on Let There Be Talk. And if you are listening and you like the show, please write a quick review right there on iTunes. Give it some stars. Give us some love. And thanks. We'll see you next week. Yeah!